Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little short petaled flowers. Today I was working on making a spring Easter basket, and I decided to make up some little flowers to go on the side of the basket to decorate it, some embellishments. So I'm going to show you today how to crochet these little flowers. Got my pastel yarn out, feeling a little springy, a little Eastery. You'll just need 2 colors of yarn, one for the inside of the flower and one for the petals. I got me a crochet marker. When I do crocheting in the round, I like to mark my stitches to help me keep things straight. Sometimes it's hard for me to see. If you've got younger eyes than me, it might be easier for you, but I like to use a crochet marker, a row marker. Got my crochet hook, I've got some scissors, and a needle to sew in those tails. So let's get started. Well, what I'm going to show you first is how to start the round with just crocheting 4 chains, join them with a slip stitch. Take your yarn, and I like to make my little stitch to put it on my hook. And so what you're going to do is you're going to chain 4. So go underneath it, yarn over, and pull it through the loop that's on your hook. That's a chain. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to take the hook and go into that first chain that you made, stick it through there, and you're going to do a slip stitch. So you're going to grab the yarn and pull it through. You should have 2 loops of yarn on your hook, and you're going to take that first loop of yarn and pull it through the second loop. That's a slip stitch. You should have 1 left. Now you've made a circle there, and in the center of this circle we're going to put 8 single crochet. So this is your yarn tail. Let me move it over here out of the way, and you're just going to let it hang over there. You're going to stick your hook in the very center of that circle you made. Grab your yarn and pull it through. You should have 2 loops of yarn on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull your yarn through both loops. That's a single crochet. So here's where I like to mark my stitch. When I'm crocheting, I don't like to keep up with counting stitches, and sometimes when you're crocheting in the round, you kind of lose track of where your first stitch was. So I mark the top of that single crochet I just made. I just put that yarn marker through there. So that was 1 single crochet. Now I need to make 7 more. Once you finish making your total of 8 single crochet, come back. I'll show you how to join the round and start your next row. Now what I'm going to do is where I mark that first stitch, I'm going to take that stitch marker off and going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to put my hook right into the top of that first single crochet. I just took that stitch marker out, put the hook right in there, yarn over and pull the yarn through. Then I'm going to take this first piece of yarn and pull it through the second piece. That's a slip stitch. So what I did right there is I joined that round. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, and right here where I did my slip stitch, I'm going to put 2 single crochet. So here's 1. Mark that stitch. Put a stitch marker in. And then I'm going to put my second one in that same stitch there. Now into the next, and every single crochet around, you're going to put 2 single crochet. And go all the way around until you get back to where you started. When you finish, you should have 16 single crochet all together. Come back to this stitch. I'll show you how to end that round and change your colors and start your petals. Now I'm done with my second round. I have 16 single crochet. I'm going to remove that stitch marker, and right there where that stitch marker was, I'm going to do a slip stitch and close off that round. So put my hook right into the top of that stitch, yarn over and pull it through. Then I'm going to pull it through the loop of yarn that's already on my hook. Now what I'm going to do is fasten off. I'm going to cut the yarn. I'm going to yarn over and pull that yarn all the way through. Grab that tail and pull it tight, and that fastens off that round. You could go ahead and sew in your yarn tails now if you want to, or wait till the end. That's totally up to you. So now we're going to do our petals. So I'm going to take this yarn, I'm going to do a slip knot. So I'm going to wrap it around my fingers and push that yarn through and then pull it up. I'm going to pull that yarn up on my hook where it's a little bit loose, and then I'm going to take it off my hook. Now I'm going to find the spot that I want to start, and I'm going to push my hook through the top of that single crochet stitch. I'm going to put that yarn back on my hook, and then I'm going to pull it through. And your yarn tail's hanging there in the back, and I'm just going to let it drop. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1. So that attached and fastened that yarn to that round. You can pick anywhere you want to start that. That's totally up to you. That same exact stitch where I join that yarn, I'm going to put a single crochet. Whoops. Go right into that stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through, and I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to mark that top of that stitch. And when we come back around, it'll just be easy for me to see where that is, so I can easily just join and end my round. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I'm going to take my hook and go back right into the same exact spot that I did my single crochet before I started my chain 9. Go right back in there, and you're going to do a single crochet. And that ends that first petal. Okay, so the next thing you're going to go is go to the very next stitch on the round beneath and do a single crochet. Then you're going to go to the very next stitch and do another single crochet, and we're going to start our next petal. So single crochet, whoops, chain 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And you're going to join with a single crochet into the same stitch that you just did your single crochet chain 9. All right, and then in the next stitch we're going to do a single crochet. So that's our repeating pattern all the way around. You'll do, in the next stitch you'll do a single crochet, chain 9, single crochet, then you'll go to the next stitch, do a single crochet, and then in the next stitch you'll do your petal, which is a single crochet, chain 9, single crochet. Do that all the way around, and when you get back around here to the end, stop and come back and I'll show you how to fasten off. Okay, just did my last single crochet, and here's the petal with the single crochet, chain 9, single crochet, and this is my stitch marker. So right there where my stitch marker is, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And what that's going to do is going to join and end that round. So I'm going to slip stitch right into the top of the single crochet where I started that loop, or excuse me, the round of the flowers. I guess it's a loop. Anyway, slip stitch. Now I'm going to fasten off. So I'm going to cut my yarn tail and yarn over and pull that yarn all the way through and pull it tight. So there is our flower. And all you need to do now, you can block it by, all you need to do is get it to be wet, and you can lay it out and make it nice and neat and flat, and when it dries, it'll dry flat however you want it to be whenever you, as a finished product. That's what I did with these over here. You wet them and you lay them out, and then they'll dry nice and neat for you. Sew in those yarn tails, and that's it. You got you a flower. A little daisy looking flower. So So thanks for watching the Crafty Yarn Barn. We'll see you soon. More projects coming your way. God bless. Have a great day.